everybody out there in internet land. My name is Burke, and I'm sitting here at 2 a.m. in my apartment watching Predator 2 on TV, and I thought to myself, man, I really miss doing movie reviews. I used to do movie reviews on here with a friend, and I really miss doing it. I really enjoyed it. I know a lot about movies. I'm referred to as the movie guy amongst my friends, and I just have always enjoyed movies, and I thought that this would be something cool to do and different in between my music videos. So the first movie I have decided to review is the John Carpenter classic, They Live. I have the Shout Factory, Scream Factory version of They Live on Blu-ray. Absolutely love it. Big fan of Scream Factory. If you see any Blu-ray that has the Scream Factory logo on it or Shout Factory logo, pick it up. It's amazing. That company shows movies a lot of love. A lot of really good behind the scenes features, a lot of really good commentaries, interviews, whatnot. Pick it up. It's awesome. I'm actually working on building up my own Scream Factory, Shout Factory collection, so this was one I absolutely had to have. Anyway, about the movie, They Live is directed by John Carpenter. If you don't know who John Carpenter is, what the hell's wrong with you? John Carpenter is a very popular director. Did a lot of really popular 80s horror movies such as Halloween, Escape from New York, The Thing, The Fog. He did Big Trouble in Little China, Starman, Prince of Darkness, and this one was a very popular sci-fi movie that he did. Takes place in the 80s, and it's kind of his stab at 80s Reaganomics at the time, where the rich were getting richer and the poor were getting poorer. Although in this case, the rich happen to be interdimensional aliens that were just taking over the country. So we find John Nada, who is played by none other as Roddy Piper, professional wrestler turned actor, who is a drifter, kind of homeless guy, kind of walking around trying to look for work, getting turned down. It's apparently hard to find work in this economy. And anyway, he meets up with a buddy named Keith David, who's also Goliath from Gargoyles, if you're a fan and child of 90s cartoons. It also stars Meg Foster, who you will know from the Masters of the Universe movie. She played Evelyn. She has those just amazing green eyes that just like pop out at you. Amazing actress. Anyway, They Live, you know, again, is set in a very around a very economic kind of setting where interdimensional aliens have, in a sense, taken over the United States, maybe the world. We haven't really gotten into that. And nobody can see them. They're hidden behind this smoke screen based out of a television station, Cable 54. And the only way that we can see them, as John Nada finds out, is through sunglasses. And as soon as he puts them on, he discovers that not just are interdimensional aliens among us, but they've also put subliminal messages in posters, in books, in magazines that say things such as obey, you know, no conscious thought, you know, our money even says this is your God. So these aliens have completely put a smoke screen to control us and to get us into making them profitable, you know, that we are their third world that they are developing. And Roddy just cannot let that happen. So he sets forth on his one-man war against interdimensional aliens. I really like this movie. It's a really fun movie. Again, you know, you get Roddy Piper, who comes from a very wrestling background, who's very physical. Him and Keith David have this amazing 11-minute long fight scene that John Carpenter himself said he just wanted to have this ridiculously long fight scene. It was parodied in a South Park episode that's really, really funny, between Timmy and the other guy that's on crutches. I can't think of his name right now, but it's really funny. John Carpenter just had a lot of fun with this movie. The main line that everybody knows from this movie is, of course, when John Nada enters the bank and, you know, he has his sunglasses on, he has a shotgun in his hand, and he says, "I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum," which is, you know, they say it in Dazed and Confused. They say it in, you know, if you're a video game geek, Duke Nukem. Very, very iconic very, very iconic line. But for being a wrestler, Roddy Piper is excellent in this role. If you listen to the commentary in this Blu-ray with John Carpenter and Roddy Piper, you get the sense that Roddy was actually tapping into his own past, where he himself was poor and on the streets, and that really helped him kind of get into the role of John Nada, and he really nails it. Very, very, very good acting by Roddy Piper. And that's another thing too. The commentary between him and John Carpenter in this Blu-ray is phenomenal. They have a lot of fun. They really enjoy the movie. They really enjoyed making it. And it's really neat listening to Roddy kind of be humble in his acting. You know, he doesn't really classify himself as an actor, and it's cool listening to John Carpenter kind of be like, what the hell are you talking about? You're an awesome actor. You did a great job in this movie. So if you get this Blu-ray, definitely make it a point to watch the commentary. Again, a lot of John Carpenter staples. Peter Jason is in it, plays a main character in the movie. Jeff Imada does a lot of the stunt coordinators. He actually plays a lot of the ghouls, as they're referred to, or as the interdimensional beings. And in fact, I think he plays all of them. Very, very good John Carpenter movie. The thing I always liked about John Carpenter is he can take a zero budget of maybe $4 million, which is nothing to make a movie, and he'll make cinematic gold on it because he really focuses on the camera work. You know, he shoots in anamorphic, so everything looks really big and wide. And he also really cares about the character development and the story. So it's not just a special effects fest that, you know, he's just throwing at us. You care about these characters as well. So about the Blu-ray itself, I love it. Again, it's made by Scream Factory, which is a division of Shout Factory. They show a lot of movies, a lot of love, as I said before. But they have interviews with John Carpenter. They have interviews with Meg Foster. They have interviews with Keith David. Kind of an old school featurette from the making of They Live, deleted scenes. And then, of course, probably my favorite is the commentary between John Carpenter and Roddy Piper. So it's a great movie. It looks great on Blu-ray. Pick it up. Quintessential John Carpenter. If you are a John Carpenter fan, this is a must-to-have in your collection. And it's one of my favorites. As you can see, I have the shirt. I love wearing this shirt, as well as other things around the house. So grab it. Scream Factory. They Live on Blu-ray. It's wonderful. And thank you so much for watching. I know that there are tons and tons of movie reviewers on YouTube, and this is just me with my crappy phone camera. You know, so, you know, if you are watching this, I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave a comment below and let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you hate it. I appreciate both sides of this, sides of the fence. So I'd love to get to know fellow movie geeks out there, and I'll be doing this again. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, later.